right. Here we go. Later. Give this 5 minutes. And then we're gonna go. Oh wait. Hold on. It's crazy. It's a little warm. It's a little warm in the house, but for some reason it is like blizzard wind outside. I made a post today saying that I'm trying to get something done later on this evening, so I won't be able to be on at 6. If something changes, great, but I still want to get out here today. So hi Yadameen. I'm doing it right now. Made a post earlier. It's coming on at 4 today. So we are on a bit early. I gotta look out for them posts. I don't know if y'all get notifications for those or not, but I just put them out there, so whoever sees it sees it, I guess. But I try to give y'all announcements. I announced it like maybe 3 hours ago. So I'm gonna give about 5 minutes and then we'll get started. Let's see, what do I want to talk about today? Okay. I got a lot of topics today. I made a post, Best Cans. I made a post saying that I'm gonna try to be out a little bit later. It's a little too windy today. Very, 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 very windy. Like almost knocked me the fuck over when I went out a few hours earlier, and I was like, no. If I can barely walk because of how damn windy it is, I already know. Trying to do anything outside. So, but it said it shouldn't be as windy later, so maybe I can go outside then, and we will see. But hell no. I was like, oh, this is too much. So we're gonna come in now. Made a post earlier, so I don't know if y'all get notifications about the post that I make, but I put them on anyway for those who do see it. So yeah, we're gonna give it about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get started. I still even looking through my list to see what I want to talk about today. Oh my gosh. You know what? Yeah, let's talk about that today. Why the freak not? Because, yeah, let's get it out the way. Let's get it out the way. Because, yeah. How's your day going? Y'all at work? Hope your day is going well. I hope y'all enjoying your time. My moderators, well, most of them are in here so far. Just missing one. She wasn't here last time, Silly Billy. I don't know. She might have been just a little busy. You know, life can be crazy. Tink, hi. I only let people who are oftentimes inside the live become mods, but yeah. At work now? Oh, okay. Cool. Give 5 minutes, then we're gonna get started. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I forgot about that. It is Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. What the fuck? I thought I updated on Thursday. It's not uploaded on Thursday, against? I thought it did. I could be tripping. You could have said Wednesday. It's not whatever. Crazy times. Oh, there. Oh, okay. I'm just sure I ain't tripping. I ain't going crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll talk about that today. Get that started because just a quick reminder before we get started in this little minute here. Don't be weird. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be rude. The moderators will remove you. They are quick. Okay? So when you say something rude, I'm probably not even going to see it anyway. So, or if I do see it, you'll be absolutely obliterated in this live. If my moderators don't remove it, I will humiliate you. So just be mindful of that. Just don't try to be funny. I'm going to have to be hilarious. And unfortunately for you, when I start cracking jokes, now nobody's laughing. So I just want to make sure I'm putting that out there for all the people who are coming in and out, who are popping their heads in. For all my returners, hello. Make sure to like the live. Comments, even if it's just an emoji, you know, that gives YouTube the little inkling that this live is actually popping over here and they should send more peeps so we can all chat it up and have a good time. So yeah, thank you for appreciate that. But yeah, so yeah, just quick reminders like the live, boost the live, guys. I think they got the hype button on the lives. I don't really know. I know that there's hype buttons for the regular videos on YouTube, which that can push me out there and give me a little bit more society members. So if you ever watch one of my videos on YouTube, make sure to hit that hype button so they can push me out. Okay, let's get into it. So it's my little live topic. I think that bystander syndrome is one of the worst human phenomenons on the planet. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. I can't stand it to save my life. I can't stand it. Like, it's probably top 5 pet peeves for me. Top 5 things that piss me off. Like the number one, I hate stupid people. Y'all know that. I hate dumb people. I really do. I really, really do. That's the only group of people that I will ever be comfortable discriminated against, because the only way for you not to be discriminated against is to educate yourself, which is, helpful. But bystander syndrome does not make any fucking sense to me. Not even a little bit. I low-key do look like a Cabbage Patch Kid. I'm not gonna lie. Oh well, I love Cabbage Patch Kids, so. But like, Rev, okay. See, look like Rev. Uneducated. God, uneducated. Anyways, bystander syndrome doesn't make any sense to me. You're just gonna stand by. You saw something go down. You seen something go down, and you just gonna stand there and do nothing. Now listen, I'm not saying to run your ass in there and try to be the hero or whatever the hell. I'm not saying do that. Okay, I get it. You gotta protect yourself. Whatever. Call the police. Get a hose. Honk your car. Do something. But just standing around, somebody else is gonna get it. Oh, it might happen. Oh, it might be something. Huh? And then this is the thing for me, right? This is the thing for me. I can't stand people who don't make no sense, right? These people, not even just bystander syndrome, but just things in general, right? People will do things or not do things and then expect those things not to be done to them or for somebody to do something for them in the future. So you saw that lady getting abused by her boyfriend on the street and you just walk past because it's not your business. But let somebody be beating your motherfucking ass. Now all of a sudden why is everybody standing around? Why isn't anybody helping me? Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? You have money. And listen, I'm one of the people where I would much rather die a hero than live as a coward. That's just me. Like, I don't ever try to like play tough or anything like that. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, I don't play with people, bullying people, none of that. Like, I'm just not that person. I don't give a fuck. If somebody's gonna backhand me, well, I will be able to be okay with that, knowing that I actually did something. Know that I actually built on something. What is this? Is that like or Ike, whatever? You're so brave. I don't know what you mean by that. If you're trying to be funny, let us know the joke so I can be hilarious. Okay? But I'm just not the type of person to just stand idly by and do nothing. That's just not me. I know people be like, well, you gotta be safe and there's people crazy out here. There's things worse than death. You're right. But I'm not the type of person to stand around and let somebody go through some shit and I can do something about it and I'm not. Like, there was one video that I had saw, not a video, yeah, it was a video. A lady was describing how she was in a grocery store and she was saying, like, she was already hard on time. She really didn't have any money like that, but she was just trying to, get a few groceries for her kids. And so she's taking a while, right? She has to swipe her EBT card, then she has to like get some cash out of her account. Like, she's trying, right? And this big grown ass man goes and is just like, damn, bitch, you taking forever and da 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 da. I'm telling you, I couldn't stand there. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, I couldn't stand there. I said, I'm telling you, God knows not to put me in certain situations. God knows not to put me in certain situations because I would have got on his ass immediately. You're doing a lot of this. You're running your mouth. A grown-ass man got a lot to say. If you're that butthurt about it, if you're that upset about it, if you're that angry about it, you pull some motherfucking money out of your motherfucking wallet and give it to her so she can get out the line faster. Since you feel like she's not moving fast enough for you. Since you feel like, she's just personally out of her way trying to make your day go longer. Since you're bitching and moaning and whining like a fucking bitch, be a man and put some money out of your motherfucking account and help her then. Fuck you talking about? Like, I don't know how people just stand around and do shit like that. I don't know how somebody just watch something like that go down. A woman who's just trying to get through her life, trying to feed her children, doing the best that she fucking can. And you over here making her life worse because you're being annoying and impatient. Bitch! Like, I'm sorry. It would have been me and him. Because what do you mean? Got this lady crying and shit. She's apologizing. She's saying that the time that you're running your fucking mouth, she could have been done by now. But she stopped thinking over here going back and forth with you because you're trying to bully people. And I be telling motherfuckers, people know who to fuck with. They do. I'm telling you, they do. They do. Don't sit here and let people make you think that, oh, people just do stuff randomly and they don't be picked. No, motherfuckers really know who to fuck with. They know who to pick on. They go out their way. See, I'm gonna address you. I really don't care. What are we doing? And I can't stand it when people are just being themselves or trying to be good people, and people like that call themselves going out their way to be rude and disrespectful. I don't give a damn. And I just can't stand it. I really just cannot stand it. Hold on, y'all commenting and I'm missing stuff. You're not for sure though. You die for your offspring and close family members, maybe. See, beast, that's some hoe ass shit to me. No offense. You know what I'm saying? No offense. Saying that I'm just gonna defend me and mine, I don't believe in none of that. Because me and mine is not gonna always be around me. Me and mine not gonna always be standing near me. Me and mine not gonna always be near me. I'm gonna be around strangers more than I'm gonna be around my family. So I would want somebody to go out of their way for me, like I would go out of my way for somebody else. Your family can't be with you all the time. And even if they could, doesn't mean that your family is always gonna be capable of helping you. Sometimes strangers have things that you would never know. And me being someone who's been on the opposite end of a stranger, been on the opposite end of someone's kindness, a stranger's kindness, I like to extend that. It's not about who's my friends or my family. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Now, there are some things where it's just like, okay, that's none of your business. If there's two people just having a spat or whatever the hell, stay out of that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with you. But if it's a situation where it's like you can be of help and you're not doing any fucking thing, even if you don't want to get involved physically, you can call the police, you can get a supervisor, you can do something. Motherfuckers will just walk right by and then expect people to extend that same courtesy to you. I don't have I guess you can say limitations. I don't have circumstantial. I'm not circumstantial. I don't have circumstantial courage. I don't do that. That man might have been tall when he wasn't grown. He was just an overgrown child. Literally. I'm like, why is you acting a fool on this lady? And she's crying in her car because this man is literally like talking so crazy to her. You would have think that she would have been doing something wild. This man is talking so fucking crazy to her. And I'm just like, baby, and nobody helped you? Not even the worker? You would have me fucked up. Sir, you had to get line. I was gonna say something. Sir, she's trying to get her fucking groceries. You can either shut the fuck up or go your bitch ass to self-checkout. That's what the fuck you can do. How about that? If you're so bent out of shape about it, come your ass over here and pull your motherfucking money out. If you see that she's complaining and she's struggling, since you got so much to say. I'm hearing a lot of this. And not seeing a lot of this. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, people, I just can't fucking stand it. The thing that triggered this for me was, if y'all have ever seen the movie For the Color Girls, right? That movie pisses me off so fucking bad. It pisses me off so bad. Like, so bad. It is the worst case of bystander syndrome I've ever seen in my life. Like, I know it's fiction and whatnot, but I don't care. That movie pisses me off so bad because how is it, if y'all not familiar, For the Color Girls is a movie about, I think it's either 4 or 5 black women, and they're all in their different stages in their life, all different things going on in their lives. And in one of the black women's lives, she has an abusive husband. And she has this job with this really high-end boss, and like, you know, something ends up happening where he believes that their children, this woman and this man's kids, are not his. Okay, and the children are probably maybe 3 and 4, maybe 3 and 5, a little girl and a little boy. They get into this argument, and he just does something wild. He grabs 2 babies and he dangles them out the window. Now, mind you, they are probably like 10 floors up minimum, and he got these 2 babies, dangling them out the window. And mind you, this building is not like far away from the sidewalk or has a gate. It's literally the children are above the sidewalk where people can walk right underneath them. There's probably like 40 adults outside. And this man is dangling these children outside this window for a hot little minute. I'm talking about at least like, I think the interaction went on for like at least 3 to 5 minutes. Right? And one of the ladies in the movie, she's like screaming at the crowd, somebody help them, somebody help them, somebody help them, somebody help them. And everybody's just standing around. He ends up dropping them babies and they die. You know, fuck that motherfucker, obviously, right? But what's pissing me off is that I would get it if these were like 2 big ass teenagers or something like that. These babies are small. They're small children. There's 40 adults, at least 40 adults, standing, looking at the children dangling out the window. Somebody grab a sheet. Somebody grab a cover. So we all come together, get your arms locked together and grab the kids. What the fuck are we doing? Like, there is no reason on God's green earth. There's no reason why those kids should die. I'm so fucking sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, maybe it's just like dumb. I don't give a damn if I gotta go underneath there and the babies fall on me. What are we talking about? Y'all just standing around. Just standing around. Huh? Like, I'm just... like, I have to laugh, and so I don't crash the fuck out. Like, you look like, and they're just standing around, and they're just like, somebody help them. You help them, lady. You're standing right there. And it just made me think about how people are so nonchalant about shit, and it really just doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said, I'm not expecting you to jump in, but at least call the police. Get the people who get paid to go into dangerous situations. What are we talking about here? What are we discussing? What is happening? What is happening? I remember a few years ago, I was in my car, and this is when I used to do mukbangs on my channel. I was in my car, and I was eating, I think I was eating like Wendy's or something like that, or Taco Bell, something like that. And I was sitting in the parking lot, and I got it on video too. It's actually in the mukbang. I was sitting there, and then out of nowhere, I hear a large boom, like a bomb that had just went off. It was so loud and so big that it shook my car. Now, I called the police instantly. I gave it a minute. I gave it a solid little minute, but I called the police. Funny to know, nobody else was calling, huh? Nobody else was calling. Turns out, a group of idiots purchased some illegal fireworks from somewhere and decided that it would be a fun little cutesy-wootsy idea to let off one of the biggest fireworks while they're sitting in the back of a van. So they're like in the trunk of like this van, maybe like a utility van or something, and they let off a big ass firework and it blew up in the fucking ground. And that's what shook my car. And you can hear it in the video. You can hear the loud thing. And I was like, what in the world? I called the police. Because I'm just like, listen, I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything. I don't see any smoke. I don't know. But all I know is that I just heard a large boom and my car just shook. I don't know if somebody hurt themselves. I don't know if a tanker just blew. I don't know what's going on. But please get somebody out here. This is where I am. I would hate to be sitting in this car, ignore that, and somebody is severely injured or somebody is dead. But you'll be surprised by how many people don't fucking call. Don't pay attention, don't care. And I'm just like, that didn't cost me nothing. I didn't put my life in danger. It was just a quick little pick up the phone and ring a ding dang. Like, why won't people do that? However you say your name, Amir, you know, you're not here against your will. See, look, perfect example. Amir is very stupid, okay? They dislike something, but their brain the two brain cells in there, they're rubbing together really, 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 really hard, but they cannot create a spark for some reason. Because for some reason, Amir's in a lot of discomfort on my live. They don't like what I'm talking about. They don't like me. But yet they're in the live still. These are the losers that I be telling y'all about. I get it. I get it every single time. I get it every single time. Actually, Amir, we appreciate you. We actually appreciate you being in the live. This is the way I can set an example for my audience. People like Amir don't make any sense. They can't. They're stupid, right? They dislike something. They don't like my personality. They don't like what I'm talking about. But yet they're in the live voluntarily. They didn't purchase a ticket or nothing. They're here voluntarily. They don't make any sense. These are the type of people that y'all are letting opinions bother y'all. Okay? But bystander syndrome just doesn't make any sense to me. I get it when you don't want to put yourself in danger. I get that. Now, everybody isn't a jump into action type of person. No, not everybody is a protective person like me. That's fine. But you see an accident, get the fucking phone and call. You know that somebody is going through something, get involved. Listen, I'm not somebody who's really good with other people's emotions. Like, I'm an empath, yes, but I don't really know how to help people when they're grieving. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I can feed you, I could probably hold you, but personally, I'm not a really good person in emotional situations. Like, I'm just not. Right? I'm just not. However, if I know that my friend is going through something, or even just a stranger is going through something, at least showing that you understand, or at least that you're trying to understand, or have some type of sympathy for that person and their situation, that's doing something. And my thing is, if you don't want to do that, or if you're not going to do that, don't expect the same courtesy. That's all I say. Just keep that same energy. Keep that exact same freaking energy. Just keep the same energy. It's just like me and my best friend was talking about this the other day. It's just like when somebody has gone around inhumanely just slaughtering people. You know, mean villains, crazy people, right? But then when it's your time to go, now you want empathy, huh? Now you want mercy, huh? Huh? Like, know that you're a piece of shit and stand on that. Accept whatever is coming for you. You do all these terrible, disrespectful, crazy things to people. And then when you're in a vulnerable situation, you want somebody to be empathetic towards your situation. That'll make no sense. That'll make no sense. That'll make no sense. That'll make no sense. That's just why I tell people all the time, nobody needs to be told what empathy is. Nobody needs to be taught what empathy is. You don't need to be taught it. You don't need to learn it. We all understand it because we're all living, breathing creatures. None of us are invincible. None of us have eternal life. Okay? We all are human beings. We're all living, breathing creatures. We all shit, piss, need to eat, need to sleep, need to drink water. Okay? We all need that. In our brain, the most intricate organ in our body, the most complicated and most significant, it requires a lot. You don't need me to explain empathy to you, because if I was to do what you're doing to me, you wouldn't need me to explain why what I'm doing to you is wrong. You would just know. See, what it is not that you don't understand empathy or that you can't put yourself in somebody else's shoes. It's not that. You just don't want to. You don't want to care because it's not affecting you. And I would just have more respect for you if you would just say that. Just to be upfront about it. Be honest. You just don't care. You don't want to care because it's not affecting you. You believe it an inconvenience to care, to get involved. But if it was you would want somebody to extend that same courtesy, and I don't understand that. Because my thing is, practice what you preach. If you don't want to care about anybody, if you don't want to help anybody, you don't want to do anything for anybody, and you're someone who just, I don't really care, it's not my problem, it's not my business, okay. When it's your turn, because there will be a time that it's your turn. When it's your turn, don't you come looking for nobody. Don't you come looking for anybody. Don't be looking around. Looking for mercy and understanding, and don't be looking around for it. Accept that you brought yourself here. You reap what you sow. Whatever you plant, that's your harvest. That's your harvest. And like I be saying about the losers on my live, like Mr. Amir here, it's like they'll be in fields. It's like to the rest of us, we're in a healthy field, we're planting healthy seeds, we're eating healthy vegetables, right? And they're in a field far away from us, but we can kind of see them in the distance, right? They're planting poisonous seeds and then eating the poison and then thinking that if they spit at us, they will get the poison too. And this is us. They do understand that they can just plant healthy seeds, right? We over here eating healthy, they eating poison. And they think because they're spitting their poisonous words at us, it's going to make us unhealthy. Well, we're not planting poisonous seeds over here. And we're shouting on the other side of the field like, hey, you do know you could just plant the healthy seeds. You could just stop being a piece of garbage. You can stop being a piece of garbage. It's just that easy. Just take the healthy seeds and just plant those. But for some reason, they think that they're doing better than us. They think they're doing better than us. They think that everything's going well. And we're all just looking at each other like this. See, y'all look crazy. Y'all look crazy. Y'all sound crazy. And primarily, because I believe in input and output, not just sowing seeds, input and output, you can only output what you have internally. So as human beings, okay, we can't output oxygen. We can only output carbon, okay? Plants output oxygen. They can output a carbon, right? That's the same thing for when you're unfulfilled and you're mean and all that fucking shit. That's all you output. So when y'all are rude or mean or whatever to anybody or to me in my life, all you're doing is exposing yourself. You think that I'm a hippo? Well, you think that you're fat, actually. I don't mind being fat. I love it, actually. I love being chunky. And I never had a problem. I never will. I never have. Right? When you're trying to say that somebody else is broke or whatever the fuck, you're really the broke one. You're really the loser. You're really the one who feels alone and broken and sad. It's really you. And you're just revealing that to the audience here. And I personally don't get it. I really don't know. Like I've never wanted to put myself on display to show that I'm pathetic, but for some people that's the norm. And I don't really understand that. Okay. But speaking of stupid people, I want to touch base on Trump really quick because something that's been pissing me off about this whole entire situation, right? People use the word master and Trump in the same sentence. And they wasn't talking about slavery. So I'm really confused here, right? They said that he's the master of deflecting. Oh, the master of deflecting. I don't know how someone who doesn't know how to read can be the master of deflecting in a room full of intellectuals. I want to touch base on the whole eating the dogs, eating the cats thing, right? I don't know how exactly that was even able to come about. Because as an intellectual myself, I really just don't get it. I don't get how that happened. Because if I was a journalist and I'm in a debate, in a debate room or I'm in a conference or whatever, and I'm asking an individual a question. So if I say, hey, President-elect Trump, what are you going to do about the economy? The American people are out of their jobs. They're suffering. There's more homeless people than ever, more unemployed people than ever. What are you going to do about the economy? Hand over the mic. And if this person was just like, well, they're eating the dogs and eating the cats in Springfield, I'm like, oh, President, like forgive me. Maybe I didn't repeat myself the right way. Maybe I need to repeat myself. Maybe I didn't articulate myself the first time properly. So you didn't hear what I just said. So let me say it again. Okay. What are you going to do about the economy? the American people are suffering. Oh, well, you know, kind of, okay. Maybe I'm speaking in French or Spanish, so I'll say it slowly. What are you going to do at the comment? Basically, I would have continued to ask my question until you provided an answer. I'm not about to take eating the dog, eating the cat. Huh? He's not smart. Y'all are just enjoying the distraction. That type of shit shouldn't even have been entertained. But yet here we are. Here we are. Huh? Like we're allowing that shit. That's what happened. That's what happened. It wasn't that he was so smart and he was so great at deflecting, huh? No. Y'all allowed that shit, which is crazy. In a room full of intellectuals. That type of shit should have never fucking happened. Everybody in the room should have been like, that's not the answer to the question, sir. That's not the answer to the question. You didn't even address the question. You didn't even try to bring up the economy, not even once. Eating the dogs and eating the cats and what are we talking about here? But for some reason, in a room full of said individuals who are supposed to be smart, who are supposed to be masters of their crafts, people who are supposed to be good at their jobs, this type of shit went on. And then, you know, I know to people who are not smart, this type of thing can slide. But for people who claim to be educated, how? How? And then to say that this person is the master of deflection when they cannot even read. I don't know. I don't know. And then people who just sat back and just let it happen. Bystander syndrome. This is the reason why we have what we have. Same thing was going on in the world right now. Hispanic people getting snatched off the street. ICE is immigration enforcement. They're not necessarily law enforcement. They are not like the police. They're not SWAT. They're not the CIA. Okay? How are they able to just walk into somebody's establishment? Walk into somebody's establishment, stop somebody in the middle of the road, grab their car, grab them out of their vehicles, snatch them off the street. There's 50 damn people standing around and not a single person is doing anything. What happened with George Floyd? How was somebody able to do that? Hundreds of people standing around. Hundreds of people. It took millions of people across the globe to care about this case. How did that even happen in the first fucking place? Bystander syndrome. Oh, it's not happening to me. It's not my problem. So, I'm just going to leave it alone. Until it becomes your problem. You wasn't expecting a tiger to eat your face. And that shit don't make no sense. On top of that, the whole individualism of somebody said earlier, of just protecting my friends and my family. Well, what happens when you are not around and somebody in your friend or somebody in your friend group or your family needs you? And they have no choice but to rely on strangers. Wouldn't you hope that you got some good karma out there where somebody will go out of their way to actually help them? It doesn't make any sense. And this is why we are the way we are now. This is why we all in this situation now. A whole bunch of bystander syndrome. Same thing with the stuff that was going on during Jim Crow and slavery and all that extra shit. There's no reason on God's green earth why y'all should have been aware of this shit and wasn't doing a single thing about it. Just standing by because it's not you. But then in the same breath, being so afraid that somebody's going to do that to you, that y'all are coming up with all these other things to try to stop stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I like the idea of being able to rely on a stranger. I like that idea. Because my friends and my family can't be around all the damn time. And I'm going to be surrounded by strangers most of my life. It's just like when you're at work, right? We spend most of our time at work. Especially if you're a full-time person, if you're part-time, whatever. But if you're full-time, you spend most of your time at work, surrounded by your coworkers, right? Y'all have, what, I'll say the 7 hours after the day to yourself, and then maybe the weekends, depending on where you work, right? You maybe get 2 days out the week to yourself to spend time with your friends and your family. I'm highlighting all that to say, why would you try to stink up your work environment when you have to be there all the time? Why would you want to have beef with people that you're going to be around all the time? Most of the time, most of your life. You should try to make your work experience nice. Or if you're going to be dealing with different personalities every single day, which most of our jobs are because they're customer service, why would you not want to create the best environment there as possible when you're going to be spending most of your time there? I like the idea of me being stranded on the side of the road and a stranger being kind enough to help me. The other day, I was in a grocery store, and there was like, for some reason, this location didn't have self-checkout. It was a Pick 'n Save that didn't have any self-checkout. They only had 2 registers open. At first, it was only 1, and then it transferred into 2. Okay? 2 registers open. But the lines was out the ass. It was a Saturday. I think it was like maybe even 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. So you already know, everybody's in there. Okay? I had maybe, I want to say 7 items, maybe 7 items. This lady before me had in a full cart, obviously shopping for her family, right? It's her and her son. She had been waiting in line for who knows how long, but I came up behind her. She turned around, she looked, she saw my cart, and she said, "You can go in front of me. You have way less stuff than us." I didn't ask her. I had no problem waiting. I'm in line. It is what it is. But she was kind enough to be like, "Just go ahead right in front of us. We have so much more stuff than you do. You can be done in 3 seconds." See, that's a complete stranger. I didn't know her name. I didn't know her son's name. She's never met me. I didn't do anything kind for her, nothing. But I was able to get out the store faster because she was kind enough to let me skip her. She offered to let me skip her without me having to say anything. And I think as human beings, we don't acknowledge that enough. How often we rely on strangers. We rely on strangers way more than we rely on our own family and our friends. More than y'all think. You rely on the kindness of strangers way more than you do your friends and your family. You're not around your friends and your family as much as you're around strangers, especially if you work. So with that being said, you want to be kind to strangers. You have no idea what that person can do for you. You have no idea who that person could be for you. And so that whole idea of I'm only going to protect me and mine, you're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself. You are. You are. And then, like I said, this is not me telling you to go out of your way to be, I don't know, to put yourself in harm's way and try to be Captain America. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is don't stand idly by when there's something that you can do that's within your power to do. Especially when you expect that same courtesy to be extended to you. Yeah, but in this day and age, I don't want to try to stop and help a lot of bad people out there. You can't help who's going to be good or bad, Ripley, honestly. You don't know who's going to be good or bad unless you know them personally. Unless you've seen them do something bad. You have no idea how many people that you probably helped that are bad. You can't know that or help that. So thinking, I don't want strangers out there helping a whole bunch of bad people. You don't know who is good or bad until you know them personally or know something that they've done. You could have done something, all types of stuff. Like right now, that lady didn't know me. I could have been a murderer. But she extended her kindness of not letting me wait in line behind her. She extended that kindness towards me. She didn't have to. And Tony, I don't really think that's just common courtesy. A lot of people don't do that. Some people will see my little 3 seconds is going to take me to check out. That's 3 more seconds they got to wait. So they wouldn't extend that courtesy. And see, kindness for me has only brought me good things. Even when people don't fucking deserve it. Even when they don't deserve it. Now, I'm not saying people let people walk all over you. Hello? Okay. But there has been times where I'd have been like, man, I want to cuss you out. Bad. But I'm just like, And somehow, that kindness has come back and brought goodness to me. Even from the person who was being rude before, has come back and done things for me. Larry, is this your first time on Earth? This is alive, honey bunches. This is alive. People speak and do things on live. Larry, are you okay? Do you need the nurse's line? Do you need assistance of some kind? I find that so crazy. This is alive. People talk on live. Y'all, this is Larry's first time. He just got here. The brain cells aren't done warming up yet. Let's give him a few minutes to marinate, right? But it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me, because the way that I see it, what I do for other people, I want somebody to do that for me. And I'm not saying that every single person is going to do that for me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying every single thing that you put out, somebody's going to come back and do it for you. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that live the life in the way that you want to be treated. Like, treat people how you want to be treated. I live by that. Treat people how you want to be treated. If somebody was hurting me and I couldn't do anything, I would want somebody who was stronger or more efficient or who had more resources or who could do something about it to do something for me. I would want somebody to do that without me having to ask. I would want somebody to do that for me. So that I do that for other people. I can't wait till I'm in a fucking position where I can do that for people. If I see a mama struggling in the grocery store, don't worry about it, honey. Ring our shit up. I got it. Swipe. Because you don't know what people are going through. To me, being kind to strangers can only bring you goodness. I'm not saying, hear my words, listen to comprehend, not to respond. Listen to comprehend, not to respond. I'm not telling you to let people walk all over you. I'm not telling you to put yourself in harm's way. I'm not telling you to do anything that's going to put you at a severe disadvantage. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is to reap what you sow. Plant shit that you want to harvest. Put out there what you want to come back to you. Because when you stand around and say, it's not my problem, it don't involve me, it don't really matter, you don't realize that one day it's going to be you. Even if it's not the exact same situation, I'm not saying you're going to be in the exact same situation as you, as that person, one day it's going to be you, where you're going to have to rely on a stranger. And I don't think that y'all realize how much we rely on strangers, how much we rely on each other. Outside of your friends and family, you have no idea. If you grow up, let's just say right now, you're 21, you're partying, you see a girl getting beat on by some dude outside the club. You do nothing. Fast forward 25 years, okay? Let's just say that you now have a 21-year-old daughter. She's in a club and some man is attacking her. You're not there to defend her. You're not there to protect her. You're going to be relying on the strangers who are surrounding your child to help you protect her. Help her get through that situation. And the strangers are not just bystanders. The strangers are our doctors, our police officers, our firefighters. You hope that your child can get out of this situation, and then they go and they're met with a police officer who believes them. Then met with a nurse who gives a shit about them. Who cares if they're in pain? Who believes them if they said that they didn't do anything wrong? This person just came out of the woodwork and did whatever. We rely on strangers in our day-to-day lives. It can even be something as small and simple as, oh shit, well, I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to come out here, but this is a busy road. And I can't seem to get out because I'm never going to get a chance. And then that one person stops traffic and lets you come out. That one person you can't see on the other side of their vehicle if the extra traffic is coming in the other lane, and they're looking for you and they're just like, you can go, you're safe. Little shit. We rely way more on strangers than we do on our immediate family and our friends, people who just know us. Who are we protecting? I just got here. Ourselves. And I every day keep me on okay. That's true. People die every day from all types of things. Extending that kindness. You don't know. And being kind to people has only, like I said, has only brought me good things. I know recently I had just got my carpets cleaned. my apartment building, I had some shit going on with my ceiling and stuff like that, so they had to get that done, right? But they only signed on for the man who was coming out, and I did a video on this. The man who was coming out to clean one room, just one. But me and him were chatting, we were having a good time. He was being so kind, and literally I was just like, I know that they only brought you out here for one, but do you mind getting my other room too? That's also carpet. It's much smaller than the one that he was cleaning. And he was just like, yeah, no problem, no extra charge, nothing. Complete stranger, just met him that day. Also, he had shoe covers on. He had some shoe covers on in my room. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love those. I wish I could give you some. You know, do you have any extras? He was just like, yeah, I was expecting him to bring me like 2. He brought me like 8 pairs of the shoe covers because I asked. Just being kind. I'm relying on a stranger for something he wasn't contracted for. He did extra work on my behalf just because I asked. That's me relying on a stranger. Putting out what you want to receive back, I think is very important. I really think that karma is a real thing. I know that to some people, they're just like, well, if karma is such a big thing, then why are so many bad people successful? Maybe you're not a spiritually connected person. Maybe you're not spiritually bounded, but I am. You might think, to me, you might think that they are having the time in their lives here on earth, but they gonna get it. Even if you're not there to witness it, even if you're not a part of it, they're going to get it. As someone who's seen somebody's karma come back on them, I got to have a first person view. I was right there. I don't fuck with that. You mistreat people, you're mean to people, you ignore people, you gonna end up getting got, and you're gonna get your time. And the funny thing is too, that's the funny thing is that even people who are wealthy and well off, right? When you're looking at them, right? They look like they're wealthy, well off, they're enjoying their times. I'm talking about the people out there who are the billionaires, who are hogging all the money and shit like that, right? You look at their lives, they're living lavishly, and you're thinking, oh, they're living a great life. They have no spirit left. All they have is their monetary values. That's all they got. That's all they got. They can't trust anybody in their friends. They don't have no real connection with their families. Have you ever looked into that shit? Have you ever looked into those people's real lives? They don't have relationships with their kids. They don't have relationships with their parents. All they have is their material things. And you might think that's enough, but it's not. As human beings, we crave connection. We rely on each other. We connect with one another. That's how we get through. Right? Each other. Those people, they don't have it what you think. You might be looking at somebody's life and thinking that they got it all figured out, and they fucking don't. Next thing you know, they done died because they overdosed on some drugs. Empty. Broken. Sad. Soulless. And I don't think that y'all realize how much it is to be disconnected from your soul, to be disconnected from your spirit, to not have any connections to nobody, that you can't trust anybody. One of the most eye-opening things that I've ever seen, it was a show, right? It was a show. But it's a show called Succession, I think. And in this show, it surrounds a billionaire's family. He owns like a whole bunch of, imagine like the owner of Six Flags, right? He's like the character's like a person like that. Owns a whole bunch of amusement parks. And in this show, it kind of just goes over the relationships, like the relationships with the dad and his children. So the dad has some type of, I don't know if it's dementia or what it is, but he's getting sicker and sicker by the day. He's forgetting things. He's in the bathroom on himself. I think that's dementia, if I'm not mistaken. His second oldest son is looking to try to take over the family, right? Or to take over the family business for his dad. His dad doesn't want to let it go, okay? The second oldest also had a really bad drug problem, okay? He was overdosing or whatever at some point. But then he got up to this point where now he's sober, he's getting clean, he's got himself together, and he's trying to take over the company. But for some reason, the dad is just trying to stop him from that, right? This whole show is just the family stabbing each other in the back. And one of the ones that really clung to was a scene where the dad was presenting a document to his children. He was just like, hey, you know, I want you to sign this document. It's yada, yada, yada. And these kids was just like, well, I have to get my lawyer involved. I have to look to this. I have to pay attention to this and see. And he's like, well, you don't have to get your lawyer involved. Da, 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 da. And honestly, I had to pause the show at that point because I was just like, imagine that you have a father. You can't trust him so badly that for any small little thing that he wants to change, any small little baby little document or whatever, literally, you have to get a lawyer involved. Also, the company was facing some type of ruin, some type of something in the show. I forgot exactly what it was. I don't know if they were just in debt real bad, or I think it was they were in debt. And basically, the second oldest son, who's like the acting chairman at the time, like the dad he's still in charge, but he's not there. It's the second oldest son who's running everything. And so the son, he's finally getting involved with like the financials of everything and really digging in deep and seeing what the hell's going on. And he ends up having like this conversation with like this guy from another company. Like this guy's one of them people where he buys companies and then sells them for change, just like Pretty Woman all over again, right? And he's kind of like trying to talk to this man as a friend, this man who buys companies or whatnot, about what's going on in the family and everything. But he has to be very tiptoey about what he mentions. And it's because it's later revealed that this dude would literally go in and take his family's company from him and not think anything of it. Could you imagine that shit? You don't even have no real fucking friends. To the point where you can't even talk to this person about something that's going on with your family's business, because the moment that they get a chance, they're gonna prey on you. Do you know how lonely that shit is? Like I don't think that we fully grasp or understand how lonely something like that is. Like, huh? That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. I'm missing stuff. Sorry, y'all. I don't be reading the comments because I don't want to miss my train of thought. Right. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I can't even see the comments. I don't even know what she removing. Most people hurt themselves. Yep, sure do. That's why I'm so popular now. That's why I'm so popular now. Yep. Cool hair. Thanks. Thank you. I don't want to lock my hair up. I like versatility too much. Thank you. I like to believe that I'm smart. I enjoy educating myself. But like, do we not realize how lonely that is? That shit is, bro, like I couldn't imagine like being surrounded by so many people. Thanks, Ness, I appreciate it. Being surrounded by so many people and you can't trust a single one of them. The Great Gatsby. That's one of my biggest fears realized. Who gives a damn about all the cars and the houses and everything if the shit is empty? If you don't got anything, if you ain't got nothing going on internally, you're disconnected from your spirit. You don't have no real friends. You can't trust your family. You feel lost. You feel broken. These things can only get you so much. At the end of the day, you're just going to be a shit cake covered in frosting. Look pretty. You look good on the outside. Cut that motherfucker open. It's full of shit. And that's why I'm such a heavy believer of treat people how you want to be treated. Because it's going to be you. It's not an if. It's a when. One day, it's going to be you. Maybe not in the way that you think, but it's going to be you. It will. And you're going to be relying on somebody else to go out of their way to try to help you. Even if it's something small, for them to give a damn about you. And that's why when bystander syndrome happens, it doesn't make any sense to me. Because I would be fucking damn, dude, if I'm standing around, not doing a damn thing, not doing anything to help. And now me, I'm somebody who will put myself in harm's way for the right thing. That's just me. That's me. That's me. If I can see myself where I can help, that's me. I feel like a lot of the stuff that we have going on in the world and a lot of bad things that are happening is because we all stand around and do fucking nothing. Say nothing. Do nothing. And I don't give a fuck how uncomfortable it gets. That's for me. I can't stand that. I hate when people don't mention certain things or don't talk about when something bad is happening because they don't want to mess up the company morale. How am I messing up the company morale when this person is the one that's doing the bad thing? They're the person who's acting out. They're the person who's misbehaving. They're the ones who's mistreating. They're the ones that are being disrespectful. Why in the world would I not do anything? Mr. Cam, I'm a black woman, number one. Okay, that's number one. Number two, this is my life. You're here voluntarily. You can leave at any time. I don't know why y'all think that y'all being held hostage. Just scroll. Them brain cells. Working extra hard. Anywho, I don't care how scary or uncomfortable it is. We finna talk about this shit right now. And see, people be trying to label you as argumentative or aggressive or problematic. All these fucking things. All these fucking things. When you're trying to confront some shit. Hell no. We have mouths. Vocal cords in our throat. Open your mouth and do something about it. Don't just stand there. Don't just stand there hoping that it's all going to work out. Nothing just works out. Somebody does something. Somebody does something to make something happen. Faith without works is dead. You can hope and dream all day. You can pray and wish all day. It's not going to change a single damn thing if you're not getting up and doing something about it. And the main reason why I care is not even just for myself. Right now, I'm relying on strangers. My sister is at work right now. My best friends, they're at work or they're at home. Or when they're out in the world. I rely on strangers to treat them well. I rely on strangers to be kind to them. I rely on strangers not to disrespect them. When I see little kids at the park, I'll be damned if I'm seeing a grown-ass man walking through a park full of a whole bunch of kids and I'm not watching him. I don't got no kids, but I don't give a damn. But let me hear a baby screaming, I'm on it. Because if I was to have children, I would want somebody to be doing that for me. I want somebody to be looking out for my babies. I want somebody to be protecting my babies the way that I would protect somebody else's babies. The way that I would protect my own. Because we rely on strangers way more than we think. So bystander syndrome, just standing around, I'm not going to do nothing because it's not my business. All I'll say, if you're somebody like that, all I will say is just do not expect somebody to return in kind. Don't do that. Don't actually expect somebody to return in kind, actually. If that's how you want to think about it. You're not going to get involved. You're not going to do shit, even though you can. Just because it's not your business, I want you to keep that same energy. Keep it. Keep that same energy. Hold it. Hold it. Love it. Caress it. Marry it. Because you're sitting on poison grass. Eat the grass. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's why when there's people out there who be like, oh, somebody's trying to explain their situation, and somebody's just like, well, put yourself in their shoes. And they're just like, well, I'm not in their shoes, so I can't get it. You can. Because it may not be in the same way that you think it will, but one day, that's gonna be you. At the mercy of strangers, one day, that's going to be you. Now, in the same format, it's going to be in a way that directly affects you. It's going to be in a way that directly harms you. And you're going to be at the mercy of strangers. Or at the mercy of your friends and family, if you can even trust them. We rely on strangers way more than we think. I didn't want kids because I couldn't trust strangers. Yeah, 45 no kids. Yeah, honestly, I don't really know if I want to have children, just because I have a lot of anxiety around like kids. I couldn't imagine somebody hurting my baby. I would go to jail. So it's just like there's a lot of things that go into parenting. I think really deeply hard about parenting. It's like you can't protect them all the time. You are at the mercy of other people. Eventually, your baby's gonna go into school. Even if you homeschool them, unless they live on a damn farm, they're gonna be out getting a job, being surrounded by strangers every single day. You can't protect them from everything. So that's something that's just kind of like, I don't know. That's what I'm glad. Thanks, Nelson. I appreciate that. Makes sense now. Yeah, it's just it's something that just it frustrates me so much. It just frustrates me so much because you don't know how something is gonna get you. You just don't know. And oftentimes, the things that you try to avoid is gonna come right after you. Somehow, it has a way of making a full swing circle, baby. Thing you're trying to avoid is right there, when you're at the mercy of strangers. To understand where you're coming from, when you make a mistake, because we're gonna make mistakes. We're all imperfect. None of us have the answers. None of us have a guide to how to do life. None of us do, because life is not the same for anyone. Life is not the same for anyone. At the same time, somebody could be needing to go and take a leap of faith, while another person should be sitting down. One person shouldn't be having kids, and another one should. Life is not linear. Life doesn't look the same for everybody. Everybody's life path, everything is different. Nobody has a guide to it. So we all doing the best that we can with what we got. And because of that, we have to rely on each other. We got to have each other's back. Even if it's something small. I'm not saying give your whole life savings away. But if you see that lady then dropped her groceries on the floor, help her pick up her fucking groceries. What are we doing? While she's picking them up and she's a mess, she's probably frustrated. Say, hey, let me help you out. Or just start doing it. The smallest thing. When I see beautiful people, I always tell them that they're beautiful. When I can. I see a beautiful person, I always tell them that they're beautiful. Because you don't know. That person could feel like they are the ugliest person on the planet. And that one little thing could change their entire day. They could hold on to that compliment for the rest of the month. You never know. You never know. Being interested in people's lives. Like, I really am interested in people. What they do, what they like, what excites them, what brings them passion. And maybe it could just be because I'm, a people person and I'm, an empath and whatnot. But I truly enjoy learning about people and knowing what they want to do, what inspires them, what brings them peace. Because you never know how you can learn and grow from that. Hold on, y'all saying stuff. My mods are insane. They are quick. I appreciate you too. Y'all are so sweet. Make sure you make enough money. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm trying to. Hey, listen. Y'all just wait until I get rich. Y'all have no idea all the stuff I'm gonna do. Okay? I ain't gonna tell y'all everything. I told y'all a little something on the last live, but I ain't gonna tell y'all everything. But just know, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. Let me see. But yeah, it's just I value it so much. I value it so much because it's just you really just don't know like how being a complete stranger could just really change things. I've had someone, I'm just minding my business. And I mentioned this on the live before, but for my newbies out there, for people who are new. Which comment did you hide? Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, money. He said money won't help unless you can afford security for your kids all day, every day. Yeah, even then, security not gonna stop your kid from choking on a grape. Security can't stop somebody running a red. Even if you have the money to pay for security, at some point you're going to be at the mercy of strangers. And I just like to put my karma out there and it'd be a good thing. It to be something that comes back to me. I've had situations where I've literally, like I mentioned this on the last live, like I said earlier, I've been standing on a busy street taking pictures. I've had strangers come up to me and say that I'm going to be amazing, that I'm gonna go places. They didn't have to do that. They went out their way. They was driving a different direction. They bust a U-turn just to come and say that to me because they saw me outside. People, complete strangers, are kind to me. I'll mention something when I used to work at the bank, but I wanted to get into business. Complete strangers. Oh, you want to get into business? Hey, here's my card. Call me. You want to get started in your properties and stuff? Let me know. I got a cousin who installs windows. I have a person who knows how to do development. Call me. Give me a ring a ding ding. Strangers. It's something that I value so much because I've seen so much good in it. And I want somebody to be able to do that for me. I'm not saying that somebody will, but I just feel like bystander strangers doesn't make any sense. Especially when you expect the same thing in turn. If you were in trouble, you were scared, you were hurt, you were broken, you were lost, you would have to rely on a stranger to help you. So why wouldn't you help another stranger? Another thing that I really hate is like, and I know this is a sensitive topic, this is a sensitive thing. I know that it is, okay? And I know that everybody has their own advice on how to handle it differently, right? But I don't understand school shooting situations. I don't understand active shooter situations, period. When there's 20 times the amount of people in a room than there is the aggressor. I don't get that. I know everybody wants to be, safe and whatnot, and nobody wants to get hurt. But my thing is, they don't got eyes in the back of their head. So if they're trying to control an entire room of people, they got to turn around at some point. You trying to tell me that there's 104 people in here and one them? And nobody's thought to be like, yo, when that motherfucker turn around, we own him. I know that it's a dangerous situation. I do. Trust me, I do. And I know it's easier said than done. But I feel like it's because of bystander syndrome. That stuff like that, it can't work. Well, not can't. Doesn't work. Because I just don't understand that. How are we in a room? It's 100 of us and one of them. 100 of us and one of them. And they've turned their back on the 48 of us. And they're looking at the 52 on the other side. There's 48 of us over here. You trying to tell me that when he walk around, we could grab my motherfucking legs and yank that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's my problem solving skills, but in my mind, I'm just like, I'd much rather do that than try to have this motherfucker sit around and shoot me. You trying to tell me that we can't grab this motherfucker's legs and yank him and then dog pile? Everybody just, ah! You know what I'm saying? It was a video. I watched this video. Oh my gosh, probably like 5-6 years ago now. And it was like a little, I think it was like maybe like a work module or something. And they were going over that. Like, if you in a crowd, y'all can apprehend his ass. They can't keep their eyes on everybody. They can't keep their eyes on everybody. But yet we're all sitting in here shaking in our boots. It's 100 of us in here, folks. And one of them, yes, I understand. In my brain, I understand. They have an automatic weapon. You don't want to die. You want to live. I get it. But folks, bro, like, if we don't, and then especially too, when they're like not even in the room yet, like, they're coming down the hall, they're not in the room yet, they're coming in the door. I used to think about this when I was in school. I used to think about this all the time. If we had an active shooter, because we used to have active shooter drills. If me and my class were stuck in the class, I was going to tell everybody, we're not sitting in this bitch like sitting ducks, waiting for this motherfucker to come up in here and get us. We're not doing that. In my brain, I would have been the delegate. I don't give a damn. We're not going to be sitting in here waiting for this motherfucker to shoot us. Hell no. He come to this classroom, we own him. Before he even gets in the room, it's raps. Grab that desk. We all going to have a desk. We're going to have a book. We going to have we got shit up in here. We can defend ourselves. Soon as that bitch open up that motherfucking door, you grab that damn desk and can't shoot if you can't see. What we talking about? We launching books at him and everything. We putting in something. There's too many any of us in here. Hell no. And I don't mind being in the front. I don't mind being in the front. I don't care. I'm somebody who defends myself. I'm not gonna, no, what? No. Try to tell me they're gonna come in here, we're gonna try to defend ourselves, they try to talk them down. No. Violence. Standing on the opposite sides, because they can't see. Usually the teachers would like turn off the lights. They would turn off the lights, like in our drills, they would turn off the lights. They would like close, they would like cover the glass so they can't see inside. Soon as you open up this door, we all gonna be out of the line of fire. Oh yeah, I used to do that. Sitting in my class, I used to think about that. Every time we had a drill, I always used to think about that. I'm not gonna be a sitting duck. Y'all don't gotta help me. I will put all the books up in here in my book bag and swing that bitch as soon as he comes up in here. You're not expecting to get a face for the books, bro. You're not expecting that. You think you about to come up in here with a whole bunch of shooken up, scared ass kids. No. You're not about to shoot me up. I'm not meant to be shot. I'm just not. It's not in my journey. That's not how I go out. That's not how I go out, okay? I don't know exactly how I'm gonna die, but I know I'm not gonna die like that. Especially as a kid, I'm youthful. And I'm fine as hell too. Oh no. I got things to do, places to be, people to see. Hello? Hold on. I'm missing stuff. Right. Are you? Do you choose to be a great person when you don't have to? Oh, thanks. Sorry. Bullies be scary in real life. Yeah. It's real. Kids. Like, genuinely though. Genuinely. And I know when it's like tots and shit, that's different. We're not talking about like babies. Come on now, y'all. I'm talking about teenagers, even some middle schoolers. That motherfucker not expecting that. They're not expecting that. At the end of the day, they're trying to come in with stealth so they can get somebody. They might come in there and they might be able to catch you by surprise that one time. But if your door is locked, they have to check to see if the door is locked. Or some of them are going and just shooting randomly. But if you're behind stone, you should be fine. As long as you're not standing right by the door. But you get some type of prep if you're locked away in a room. They can only catch you by surprise if you don't have no type of plan. But if we're inside of a room, and me and my classmates, actually, I don't know if my best friends was in there with me, but some of my classmates, when we used to talk about that, we used to have drills, we used to say, bro, we used to be sitting there like, no, we're not going to be sitting here like sitting ducks. If this was real, we grabbing shit, we doing shit. There was a teacher, too, that we had that was radical like that. There was a teacher, too, that we had that was radical, who was just like, yeah, we're going to have a plan. We're not going to just be sitting up in here. No, absolutely not. Because if they're coming in with the gun, even if the gun comes in, they have to be able to see. If you launch a book at them, at the very least, they're going to have to shoot the book. Or they're taking a book to the face. There's no way. If we're launching heavy-ass textbooks, you can't see. Nah. It's crazy. I referred to the babies and she was sad. Yeah. It's a sad thing. Like, you can't do it with the kids, obviously, the babies that they're scared. They're babies. But with, like, when you're older and stuff like that, I couldn't accept that. Personally, I just couldn't accept that. I couldn't. And then sometimes when you be looking at these police officers, to me, they take too long. You take too long to get up into school. I understand y'all trying to figure out where the kid is and y'all trying to be safe and all that extra shit, but these babies are sitting ducks up in here. You cover head to toe in bulletproof gear. If you don't get your ass in that damn school, I'm just saying. There was a situation, a video I had just watched the other day, where like there was said, I don't know who said this, but somebody called and said that there was a book bag with a potential bomb in it. Okay? The bomb squad, and I get it, a bomb is dangerous. But the bomb squad, they took like, who knows how long to just approach the book bag. The civilians got so sick and tired of them waiting so damn long that a random dude just walked up to the bag and just opened the, he was like, fuck this shit. Opened the bag, emptied out the bag. Y'all got the whole street blocked off. Everything's closed off, so y'all can spend 2 hours not even to approach the damn book bag. Y'all got prongs and shit, slowly but surely, foot by foot, trying to grab it. The man walked up and was just like, what is this? What what is this? To me, bro, like, I would try to get like a big ass radius, as big of a radius as I can get, and just launch something at that motherfucker and see what happens. Done. You're old enough, big kids supposed to fight every time. You're not gonna buy puffs. I love my puffs. I think the police were scared to go in. Where are you from? From Oakland, California. I'm from Wisconsin. We're from Wisconsin, yeah, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But like, I just to me, it's like I understand. Truly, I do. Y'all don't want to die. You want to walk away with all your limbs. I get that. But, honey, y'all waited so damn long that a civilian, no gear, nothing, was just like, folks, and then just walked up and just emptied out the bag. What are we doing here? If y'all don't get up on the damn chopper and drop a weighted teddy bear or something like that on that motherfucker and see if that shit blow, I'm like, what are we doing? And like, some bombs be having timers on them, don't they? I know that I've never seen an active bomb in person, but I know that some of them got timers on it. The 2 hours that y'all waiting to just approach the damn book bag, motherfucker bomb with the blow. I don't know. I don't know. It just don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me. It just don't make no sense to me. Especially with like, with the ICE situation going on right now. Like, they're not authorized. And in some cities, the police department is not helping them. In some cities, the police department are not helping them. They're attacking the police department. Because the police is just like, what are you doing? You can't just be snatching civilians out of their cars. What's wrong with you? But my thing is, if the police is not backing them, they're not helping, why the hell is they still able to snatch civilians off the street? No, Sensei, it's not gonna fucking happen. So, I mean, you can sit here and suffrage. I really don't care. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to, because you can't do shit about it, loser. But it's just like, y'all. And yeah, well, like, you know what losers like that dude? Losers like that dude. What was his name again? I already forgot it. Losers like that dude that was just on the live. Like, I don't know what they plan to gain, honestly. Like, do you really think that you have any control over what's happening over here? I'm still gonna do what I want. I'm still gonna be happy, and you're gonna still be nothing. So what exactly was your goal here? What were you trying to accomplish? Yeah, shit stain or something. Shit stain or something like that. Shit stain. Like, what were we trying to accomplish here? You can't control me. I'm still gonna be successful. I'm still gonna be loved. People are still gonna like me. You're still gonna be a loser. So what exactly? And and I wish that they would just take that energy and apply it into bettering themselves, because I mean, like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Maybe Shit Stain can explain it to us. Shit Stain, come back. Explain to us what it's like to be a loser. Him and who's the other dude's name? Irritating Amir? Was that his name? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's like I say all the time, it's like a cockroach carrying a bucket of water trying to put out the sun. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Like, it's strange. It's weird. Right? And see, people like that, right? People like that who are like unnecessarily rude. Somebody told them to shut the fuck up. They don't have a voice. That's why I gotta hide behind fake pages. They probably have no friends. Not even probably. They don't have any real friends. No real connections. You know what I'm saying? Thanks. I appreciate it. Like, they don't have anything. They don't have anything. And you would think that they would take that energy to try to become something. But for some reason, they just can't. They just can't. Like I said, it's like us in the field. We're over here eating healthy vegetables, and they're over there eating like shit, rotten, poison vegetables. And they're just like, look, and we're just looking at each other like, they do understand that we went to the same store and they could have picked up the same seeds, right? And planted the healthy shit. They all had access to the same farmer's market. See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought they had access to the same farmer's market. But for some reason, they went into that back room in the dark aisles to grab the poison shit, and then now they're planting it and eating it. It must be the delirium. It has to be the delirium. It's the delirium, y'all. It's the delirium. In there. It's the delirium. These people we have to look out for and not looking out for the others. Hello? They need to go to sleep and never wake up. Hello? Listen. Go to bed. You're tired. I'm tired just looking at you. Go to bed. Go to bed. The delirium. These people gonna get dementia early. And all they're gonna have left is their nightmares. All that's gonna be left is their nightmares. All that's gonna be left is their nightmares. These are the people. These are the people, the mojitos of the world. Those who try to call themselves spewing disgusting things onto people, but then want empathy and sympathy from people. It's not happening, bitch. And you know, I love making miserable people more miserable. I genuinely do enjoy it. You know, somebody on my channel the other day had tried to say that I was triggered on my live the other day. Tried to say that I was triggered by losers. But one of my diehards, he's not in here today, Mr. Volume. He was just like, "Are y'all not getting that she feeds off this shit?" Yeah. I love tearing you up. I love embarrassing you even more than you're embarrassing yourself. Because the unfortunate thing is that you're embarrassing yourself without anything like enticing you. You're doing it unprovoked. See, I'm fulfilled. I'm loved. Strangers go out of their way for me. Strangers want me to succeed when they don't even know my name. I don't have many worries. You, on the other hand, well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like, and the things they be trying to say about me, oh, you're fat. Are you new here? Do you need these? You know what I'm saying? Like, what an astute observation. I don't really know what you want. Do you want a cookie? I got an empty bottle of Snapple here. This is what I can offer for your half-assed observation. An empty bottle of Snapple. I can get you one of these. Then like certain comments, like I remember I was talking about my dad on one of the lives, and some guy was just like, what did he say? Oh, he was like, "Oh yeah, we know that y'all have daddy issues or whatever." I guess he was trying to refer to me being a black woman. I know my dad. You clearly don't know yours. Because see, I'm intelligent. I have class. I'm loved. You obviously don't know your daddy. Because if you did, your punk ass wouldn't be in here talking shit. Speaking to a lady like that. See, if you had a man in your life to show you how to talk to women, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. You don't know your punk ass daddy. Your punk ass daddy probably don't even want to know you. And that's why you get mad at me. Because I know my daddy. I know my daddy. And my daddy wants me to live a soft life. My daddy says I'm beautiful and I'm smart. And I don't even curse about my dad. My dad doesn't even like to let me curse because he says I have a wonderful vocabulary and I can use other words. My dad wants me to be exceptional. My dad wants me to reach for the stars. He wants me to be the best. The best at anything. Everything. He wants me to be better at him at everything. My dad would give me his last. And that's why you're so sad. I can talk about bad things about my dad. I know him. I can say all the time stuff I want to say about my dad. I know my daddy. And on top of that, I was planned. My daddy wanted me before I was even conceived. You understand it? See, you're angry because you don't know yours. Or you don't have at least an inkling of a relationship with your daddy. Do you know your daddy's name? Not only was I planned for, okay, have a whole baby book dedicated to me. My daddy named me. My daddy wants me to give me everything in the universe. Now, mind you, my daddy ain't the best dad in the world, okay? He had a lot of growing to do, right? But when it comes down to monetary things, okay? And at the end of the day, I can always bring a ding-ding to my daddy. I don't know about you. But that's the reason why, maybe that's the reason why you're so angry. Hold on, y'all. Got this. What the hell? Napkins all over my damn. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me taste their own medicine. Exactly. I mean, they already tasting that poison. They eat that poison every day, Nelson. Every day. It's the delirium. It's the delirium. This channel is about a whole bunch of stuff. What qualifies someone as a loser in your opinion? Somebody that qualifies somebody as a loser is somebody who's unfulfilled. It takes that unfulfilled misery out on those who've done nothing to them. I can tell you are loved. Yeah, I'm very am. What are you talking about? I can't follow any of this. Well, you're gonna have to stick around to hear it, lifetime listener. If you're a listener, you can go ahead and listen. Yeah, I'm as well as you are. Your parents agree with you. Just leave comments like you do. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he said anything, Nelson. That might be the wrong person. He might have clicked on the wrong person, y'all. But like my parents, it's interesting. I said this in my last slide too. My mom and my dad, they kind of like made up for each other. Like I got the best. I'll say that I got the best qualities out of both of my parents. Okay, my parents are very flawed, but I got the best qualities out of both of my parents. I got my mother's empathy. I got my mother's communication skills. I got my mother's spirituality. I got my mother's those things. My dad. I got my dad's drive, his business mindset, and his intense strive for independence. So I got the best parts of my parents. Okay, so that's why there was a question the other day. Actually a couple months ago, where somebody was just like, "Would you replace your parents if you had the choice? Like, if you got to live your life over, would you choose different parents?" And I said, "No. No matter how flawed my parents are, I'm exceptional. I'm great." So even though those two got some stuff going on, right? They made me. And I think I'm pretty damn great. So, and there's no guarantee that if I was to switch my parents, I would be this. And I don't want to be anything but me. And the idea of saying that I would change my parents, to me, it feels like I want to change myself. Because at the end of the day, without them, I wouldn't be me. Even if it was, some things. I've learned things from both of them. I'm a very big person on educating myself and learning. And I love learning from other people's mistakes and other people's stuff. So, yeah. Adrian, are you trying to be funny? Because I can crack jokes too. You still got it. Yep. And my mom too. My mom is I got my softness from her. Like my mother loves to get her feet done, nails done. She loves to look good. My mother loves to get her hair done. My mother is just I got my softness from her. But I got my drive and my from my dad. Well, I can say that's from both my dad and my mom. My mom is more of a soft girly type of the way, right? She loves to live a soft life, but at the same time, I guess you could say from my parents, from my dad's perspective, I know when to get into a motherfucker's face and tell a person, don't play with me. And then I know when to take the spiritual route, when I should just let go and let God. I got this from my mom. So from both of my parents, I morphed into this. And if I wasn't this, I wouldn't be able to be that for y'all. And as a neurodivergent, I want to be able to show y'all that we can live a normal life, a happy life, a good life. We just got to do it in different ways. And unfortunately, for neurodivergents, our brains tend to hone in on negativity a lot. And that's the reason why I go in on losers every single time they come into my life. I go in them so hard because I want y'all to see that they're not scary. They're not scary. They're not creative. They're not clever. They're unfulfilled. They're sad. They're broken. They're not scary. Everything that they're saying to you, it's not real. That's how they feel about themselves. They feel lost. They feel broken. At the end of the day, you're loved. If you don't feel like you're loved by anybody else, you're loved by me. They're not scary. Being plus size is not a scary thing. Having natural, beautiful hair is not a scary thing. It's not an ugly thing. Being black is not a scary or ugly thing. They will try to sit there and try to tear you down. It's not going to fucking work. They're losers. They're losers. They're losers. And I want y'all to understand that. I want y'all to grasp that. I want y'all to love that. I want y'all to hone in on that. I want y'all to know that. They're losers. They're sad. They're pathetic. They're hilarious to laugh at. So that's why I address them. A lot of people would like to think, oh, just ignore the haters. No. I want them to be obliterated on this live. I want them to know, okay, you're going to come in here and try to be funny. Well, I'm going to have to be hilarious. Okay. And the funny thing is, one of the funniest things to me is when they talk about my appearance, I assure you, first of all, send me your picture on Instagram. So next time we come into live, I can put our pictures up side by side and let the audience decide who's prettier. Okay? Let's first do that. Have yet to receive a picture. Let's mark that. Number one. Number two. Okay? Number two. You would never have more shit than me. I will always be more loved than you. I will always be more sought after than you. I will always be more successful than you. I will always attract better things than you. I will always have more than you. You're empty and soulless. And that's the reason why you're saying these things to me, because that's all you have. I'll always be smarter than you. Always be more achieved than you. I always have more. No matter what. No matter what. And then on top of that, when they talk about my appearance, here's the funny thing. I assure you, I could have a roster of 10 men by Saturday. Shit, by tomorrow. Before somebody even glances your way. I could be wined and dined, everything. If I really wanted to, I would have a roster like no other. If I really wanted to. So me knowing that about myself, you're not really doing anything up here. So thanks, Nelson. You're so sweet. Yeah, I think that he may have Nelson, I think that he may, Mr. Regulator, I think that he may have accidentally did that. Don't argue, y'all. It's probably a miscommunication, misunderstanding. Let's just apologize and I'll be cool. Get a fit check, please. It's just a jumper. But I ain't trying to get on here and do too much. I'm lazy. Okay, coming to our movie both. That's not. Yeah, I think that it might just be a mix-up. Let's just be apologize to each other. I think it was just a mix-up, just a miscommunication. Apologies across the board. Let's all acknowledge that we made some mistakes and continue. Okay. Blocky, is this your first day on Earth? I'm black. The civil rights movement was going on during my grandmother's time. She's not dead. So, did you really think that me, a black woman, wouldn't know who Martin Luther King is? Hey, what are we talking about? Yeah, just asking questions, girls. Okay. But I don't want to fight y'all. I want us all to be in unison. This is the society. Let's all just communicate properly. But like, it's something that I want people to really grasp, because it's something that really hit me real hard the other week, because a cosplayer took her life because people were being nasty and mean to her in the comments, a black cosplaying girl, because it's like, you can't cosplay, that character's not black. So I want y'all to get the aggression, the assertiveness. I'm never gonna beat the angry black woman allegations. Never gonna beat the angry black woman allegations. Okay. I want y'all to get aggressive with not giving a fuck. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing they can do about it. Oh, Nelson, he was talking about somebody earlier. So Nelson just said that more lost than you are. That he was talking about somebody else. Somebody said that they were lost because they had just entered the chat, and then he was responding to that person. So that's the miscommunication. He was talking about me. Okay. Y'all just removed it, but I still want to see it. Don't tell people they don't give a fuck. People who don't give a fuck don't tell people they don't give a fuck. I do give a fuck. What part of it? I do give a fuck about miserable people being miserable to other people. I do give a fuck about that. Do I give a fuck about their opinion? No. Do I give a fuck about their behavior? Oh yes, I do. Mr. Whatever that name is supposed to be, 3272. I do give a fuck. He's right. I do give a fuck about their behavior, because people out there who are not like me, they're taking their life because people are nasty to them. And at the end of the day, there's not a gosh damn thing they can do about it. There's not a goddamn thing they can do about it. If I want to cosplay a character, I will. If I want to wear that dress, I will. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. And I'll do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll do it as many times as I want. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're not scary. You're not strong. You don't have any influence over my life. You're a loser. Just like you, Mr. 3272. You're a loser. Sad. You felt the need to try to come into a black woman's life and try to humble her. This is my space. I'm the queen. You are a peasant. Really less than a peasant. You're the rat in the peasant's house, trying to tell the queen what to do on her throne. I'll do whatever the hell I want. Are you? Whoever that is on your stuff, child. I'm not putting down my own people. I'm putting down you. I didn't say black people are losers. I said you are. And at the end of the day, you being black does shit. What the fuck that got to do with anything? You're still being a loser on my channel, on my page. I'm the queen. I say what goes. This is my society, if you have not learned. This is my platform. This is mine. So whatever the hell I want to do, I do it. I do care about people's behaviors. You're right. And that right there just goes to show me that you're not black. You're a liar. Look at that. Cosplaying as a black person too. Wow. It's the delirium, y'all. It's the delirium. It's the delirium. It's delirium. I'm not removing the comments if you haven't noticed, Steven. I have moderators who are going after y'all. It's the delirium, y'all. Look at this person. Lying. They're so crazy that they have to lie about their race. These are the people that people are taking their lives over. It upsets me. It upsets me. Especially when I see people who look like me, who are creatives, who experiment, who love to be fun and just go out and do what they want to do. It hurts my damn heart when they take their lives over people like that. Losers like that, who have to pretend to be another race because they're that pathetic. Wow! To me, it's just like, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need something? These are the people. Oh, yeah. Well, I think the way I interpreted that, Nelson, the way that I interpreted that is that they couldn't follow the conversation that we were discussing because they came in late. I don't know. I don't read too much into it. I really don't be reading too much into it most of the time. So, looks like he must have disappeared, but yeah. Like, I want people to be so aggressively, I don't care. So what? And I want y'all to be like that for everybody. Everybody. And I'm just as expressive in real life. Like, that's another thing I don't say. Love you too, Nelson. Like that's the reason why I don't just speak on this live and do whatever. Like, I'm like this in real life. Genuine real life. People who know me, huh? I'm like that in real life. I remember one time I was at a state fair. And I said the story before, but I was at state fair, and me and my little sisters were all together. And basically how it is at Wisconsin State Fair, for some reason, there's just like really no organization for real. So it's just like for the lines, you really don't know where the line starts and stops. Somehow, some way, people just kind of get in line where they can get in. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people skip and whatever, right? And so me and my sister, we were laughing because we were just like, there's no organization here. There's barely any organization. So we just have to just get in where we fit in. We're laughing and joking about accidentally skipping people all day, and sometimes we did it on purpose just to be fucking idiots or whatever, right? And we're just laughing. And we're standing in this crowd because it's not even a line. The line is coming in from like 7 different directions. So we're just in this get in where you fit in crowd. And we're talking about it while we're standing to get this place to get like fried Oreos and funnel cakes and whatnot, right? And there's this dude, he's probably 6'2", 6'3". He's actually probably taller than that. Mind you, I'm only like 5'3". My sisters we're all around the same height. My little sister, she's a little bit taller than me. She's like 2 inches taller than me. But we're all under 5'5", or lower, right? And so we're just laughing amongst ourselves, talking amongst ourselves. And this big ass dude, literally as we're laughing and joking, he taps me on the shoulder. And he was just like, oh, hey, I understand. I overheard y'all conversation. Just to let you know, you're not skipping me. So yeah, shut the fuck up. This grown ass man did not just, first of all, touch me. Let's first talk about that. Second of all, as we're standing in a line for some fucking fried Oreos and funnel cakes that cost way too much money, where there's no direct line of who's in front anywhere, did he just say, oh, you're not cutting in front of me, shut the fuck up? All you had to do, folks, was just say, hey, guys, I've been in line for a while. Do you mind not cutting in front? We'd be like, we don't care. We're just having a good time. We don't care. Get your little funny cake or whatever. I was like, bitch, listen, this dude, we're like this. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? When you didn't have to say all that. And he's like, well, I'm just saying, y'all talking about skipping. I'm like, well, bro, we don't give a fuck, bro. Whatever. What I did, after we're going back and forth, I loudly, in the crowd, I was just like, hey, my dude over here, he really want those fried Oreos, folks. He really want those fried Oreos so bad. He hungry. Make sure y'all put extra dust on my nigga shit. I'm talking about make that shit fresh. He is really feeding out here. He about to get his ass whipped by 3 women because he over here feeding over some fucking $12 fried Oreos. Make his shit hot. I'm talking about fresh. I embarrassed the fuck out that fool to the point where all he could do was laugh. This is how I am. And my sisters like, Koi. They're trying to pull me up because like, nigga, I will fire on you. I don't care. What? You coming at me left field over some fried Oreos where there's no, like, I would get it if we were like in like a velvet string thing and there's a very clear line and we're talking about skipping all day and shit like that. And then we try to cut in front, even tried to cut in front of him, I would get it. But there's no clear direction. You have probably cut. Who knows how many people on the left, on the right, behind you? You have no idea who you cut. You have no idea who got here first. You don't know because we're just a big old crowd with lines, but there's not really no line. You get in where you fit in. And mind you, I knew that he was coming after us women because there were 2 dudes who were in front of us that skipped him. 2 grown men who skipped him. But you thought that you was going to be able to make a fool out of the 3 short girls. Nigga, I will wipe I will wipe the floor with your ass up in here. I get aggressive real fast. I don't play. And especially it's like my little sisters with me too. And you talking aggressive towards them too? I'm about to turn up in here. Like, to the point my sister was just like, Koi, they having to pull me over. They having to calm me down. Because I'm like that. I don't play these games. What are we talking about? You thought that you was about to come up in here and act a fool. I will embarrass you. In Jesus' name. See, look, my dad and my mom. I know when you know what I'm saying? My granny, my dad's mom was a queen pan. She grew up in Kankakee, Illinois. Queen pan. She used to hang with the drug lords and all that stuff. My dad grew up in the hood. He a hustler. Okay? My mother takes the more spiritual side. So sometimes I'm my dad like, what? And then my mom just like, I'm gonna let go and let God. So I didn't get him. I almost did. But I didn't get him. But I was fully prepared. I don't care if you towering over me. I don't care about none of that. Over some fried Oreos, you grown as hell. I would get a 5-year-old throwing a tantrum, even a 12-year-old throwing a tantrum over some fried Oreos. But you in this line is hot as hell, breathing on me and shit. What? You better stop playing. I played him so bad, he couldn't believe all he could do was laugh. To the point where my sister was like, we don't know if y'all was arguing or laughing. No, I was dead ass serious. He knew to laugh because he saw I wasn't the one. Hell, you thought I was about to be like, be all scared? Oh, we sorry. No, what? Come on now. Hello? For real. Like, you over here acting a fool up in here. Even there's pregnant women in this line and all times they trying to turn up on the short girls. It just goes to show me that you a piece of shit. You a bitch. Because the fact that you didn't say nothing to the 2 grown men who were in front of you, the 2 grown men who actively skipped you, because we came into the line at the same time. Well, the line. We came into the crowd at the same time. And we were following. The reason why we know this is because we were following behind the 2 big men. The 2 guys in front of us. We were following behind them because they were going through the crowd like they owned the bitch. So we said, hey, we want to get some right Oreos. We're going to have to follow them. Anybody messing with them? Anybody bothering them? So we're going to follow them. And that's how we got to the point where we were. You watched as the 2 men in front of us walk past, but then you want to address the less than 5'5" little short girls over here just laughing and kikiing with each other. When all you had to say was, hey guys, I've been in line for a while because you just like, let me come. We don't care. We're having such a good time. We don't care. Not over some fried Oreos, honey. I can make that at home. Not over some funnel cakes. I can make that at home. So yeah, I want y'all to understand that I've always been like that. I've been fighting boys since I was a little girl. I grew up in, I went to classes, anger management classes my whole life. I was usually the only girl in the class. I grew up fighting boys. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of anybody. I fought grown men when I was in middle school. Come on now. When I was in elementary school. I had a stepdad who had a gym downstairs. And he used to call me Lil Hawk. I used to go down there with my weights, do the punching bags, all that. I'm for real. I'm on that. What are we talking about? Huh? What is somebody's? I don't know if it's Silly Billy's or somebody's favorite story on here. I remember when I was in middle school, there was a guy that I had. There was a guy who liked me or something like that. And like I said, I was the only girl until like my last year. There was like a girl in my class, but I was the only girl. And there was this dude. It was like my first time. I think in my 6th grade year, and I don't know what his problem was, but for some reason he always loved messing with me specifically. And one day he crossed the line. One day he said that he was going to spit on me. I forgot what exactly happened. Like me and him was just going back and forth because he was always messing with me. And he said, one day I spit on you. I told him, I said, if you spit on me, I'm going to take the fattest wad of spit that I can collect in my throat and I'm going to spit right in your face. Mind you, dude's taller than me again. Okay? He got like a little thing, like, you know, a little amount of spit, and like he spit, right? But not directly on me, like in my direction. And a small little trickle landed like on my shoulder. And I spit in his ass. And he picked me up by my throat. By my throat. I was dangling in the air. And I'm boop, 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 knocking his head loose while I'm dangling in the air, probably losing oxygen. I don't know. I'm playing the drums on his damn head. Okay? To the point when my teacher finally got up there to interject, he had to separate me. Not him. Me. He used to call me Debo. That was my nickname. He still call me Debo. He had to separate me. He's like, stop, Debo. Calm down. I'm like, no. What we doing here? What we got going on? Spit on me? And I'm a germaphobe. So, huh? I don't even let people burp and fart around me. You about to spit on me? Well, let's just say he didn't fuck with me after that day. He did amazing. Why? Because they showed me. Yeah, I saw you on YouTube. Yep. People like to talk shit about Milwaukee. They like to think that we weak or something. All right, come your ass up in here if you want to. Come up in here if you want to. Okay? We don't put top games over here. It's just like that's when I had learned then. That's when I learned then. Like, I'm not gonna be doing this with you. No. But all that to highlight and say, you know, stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Don't let people bully you. You know what I'm saying? Is it a shithole? Okay. Was that supposed to... what were you trying to accomplish here? So what? What were you trying to accomplish? What did you think you would gain for that? I'm curious, genuinely. I would love to know what enticed that comment, really. But yeah, like, just don't let people bully. Don't let people bully you. Like, I've dealt with bullies my whole life, and they're just all losers. And and one thing I've learned is that when you let people prey on you, they will. Even if you don't win. Even if you're like, dude, stand up for yourself. Don't let nobody bully you. Because if you let them bully you, they will not stop. They have no reason to. That you need to show them that, oh, I'm not going out without a fight. Even if I can't win, I'm leaving here with something. And so are you. I'm leaving here with something. People will prey on you. And those who are too weak to come over and you know, deal with it, or people who are too weak to stand up for you, they will side with them in order for them not to be on the opposite end. Do not let people bully you. Because if you let yourself look like prey, people will take a bite. And they will gobble you up until there's nothing left. And no amount of begging and pleading is going to make people who are like that stop. So, thanks. That's honestly, a lot of stuff that I tell y'all is from personal experience. I gained experience like that in middle school. I was tough. I was a girl that if you looked at me the wrong way, I'm ready to go. Right? But then my 7th grade year, my teacher, I call him my school dad basically told me, the one who called me Debo, he was like, Debo, go down there, because he was basically putting me in regular ed classes, because I was in an elementary class with him, but he was putting me down there because basically I was a kid who was excelling beyond the other students, so he was making me do harder work. I was getting different curriculum. So say for instance, the other kids was getting like pages 3 through 6, I would get pages 3 through 9. You know what I'm saying? I would get work through for that. He made me do book reports over the summer, like stuff like that. Like he was forcing me to do bigger curriculum. And he was just like, this is the stuff that, because downstairs in the regular ed classes, they would, no matter if the kids were falling behind or not, they would move on to the next subject. They would move on to the next stage in the class. They didn't care if the other kids were falling behind, right? In my class, our teacher, he cared about us actually graduating and actually learning. So he would take his time. He would repeat things if he had to and things like that, right? It was a slower pace, to help them learn and grow. But with me, I was just moving too fast. So him having to try to teach me separately while he was teaching them at the same time, it just became a little bit more difficult. So he was like, because you are doing so well, I'm going to move you down there so you can just pick up on the material and be getting all that stuff. So you can get everything throughout the year. Because I guess you could say he felt like he was giving me, put me at a disadvantage in a way, because it's like he couldn't fully, And so he said, I'm going to send you down there. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go down there, Debo, and I need you to let these people know, show these people that you can be calm, that you can be collected, that you can go down there and, take care of your stuff, and I won't have to worry about you. Thank you. I appreciate that, because my mom and my daddy. But like, literally, he's like, just go down there and be calm. And I said, okay. He's like, do it for me. Do it for me, Debo. Go down there, be calm, no matter what those kids say to you, no matter what they do, you go down there, get your work done, do whatever. And he was mainly doing that too, because the other teachers, not every teacher obviously, but like our administration, like our principal and secretary and certain teachers didn't like me. Because I'm supposed to be part of the retarded class. That's what they used to call it, right? I'm supposed to be part of the kids who are slow, who are not doing well, right? But I was out testing the regular students. I was out testing them. I was doing harder work. I was smarter, obviously. Come on now, right? And they didn't like that. On top of that, I was a kid who spoke up for myself. You're not going to bully me. I don't give a damn if you're a kid or an adult. I'm going to accommodate for myself. I'm going to stand up for myself. You're not going to just do whatever. And I'm just going to sit there and stand and listen to you. My mother taught me, I got a mouth, use it. Be respectful, obviously. Have manners, obviously. But still stand up for yourself. If you see that something ain't right, say something. Tell me about it. So I learned very young to properly articulate myself. Exactly. I learned very early to properly articulate myself. Because, no. So they didn't like me. So they were trying to do things to keep me from excelling. So they was trying to like fight him at every turn. They was like, no, she can't go down there. She's not going to do well. They were trying to keep me back. The principal and other teachers. And one of the teachers whose class I had to be in, because there was only one 7th, 8th grade class, she didn't like me. Her name was Miss Spence. And so he was telling me, Debo, they're going to try to do anything that they can to get you out of there. They're going to try to do everything they can to derail you. I need you to go down there and just... I was like, all right. I want you to be proud of me. Dad, I want you to be proud of me. So I'll go down there and I'm going to act the fool. Okay? I want to tear them kids up. Okay? So I went from my aggressive, I went from that to, okay, I'm going to stay in the class. I didn't speak to nobody. I was just minding my business. I would do the work. And I'll go by my day. Those kids was trying to have a field day with me. Now, all of a sudden, everybody want to fight me. Now, all of a sudden, people trying to throw pencils at me. Now, all of a sudden, people got something to say to me. What is going on here? To the point, right? I lasted. Both semesters, I lasted most of the year. They went ham because they realized that I wasn't trying to do anything. They realized that I wasn't trying to fight. They realized they didn't know why, but they knew that I wasn't trying to get in trouble. Okay? So they took that as an opportunity to try to prey on me. Right? But it got to a point towards closer to the end of the year that I straight up told my teacher, I was just like, his name was Lingo. I was like, Lingo, I'm sorry. You need to put me out of this class. Because it's escalated to every other fucking day. I'm dealing with a kid trying to fight me. They're trying to throw scissors at me, throwing pencils at my head, all types of shit. I have reached my limit. If you do not pull me out of this class, there's going to be the police here. If you don't pull me out of this class, and I have a very good memory when it comes down to people who fuck me over. Okay? I'm like a fucking elephant. If you don't pull me out of this class, some people's kids are going to be hurt. And I'm not playing. And I was very serious. He knew I was serious. Because I wouldn't just pull him to the side like that. I'm finna fuck these kids up. I'm not playing with you. He pulled me out immediately. because I was dead serious. I was like, I'm not. I have reached it. But that experience taught me that when people are given a chance, remember before I was the girl that nobody could fuck with. Like literally my very first day when I started there, and I was in the 5th grade, I think. A girl, I was walking in the hallway with my class. A girl pointed me out and said, "I want to fight her." She doesn't know me. She's never met me. I just got here. I beat her ass that later that day at recess. I beat her so bad that she had a auntie that was a student there. Like her dad was way older, so his little sister was in the same, like, similar grade to us. I think she was like in 7th grade. She had to jump into the fight because I was beating that girl ass so bad. 5th grade. That's the type of kid that I was. You want to fight me? Oh, I'm gonna give you the hands immediately, right? I went from that, can't fuck with me, I'm ready to go immediately, to the moment y'all see that what y'all are witnessing is weakness. It's not weakness. I'm just trying to do right by my teacher here. Well, what y'all see as weakness, y'all are trying to take advantage of that. And y'all calling yourselves preying on me. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to just do something with that. But literally, after he pulled me out, because it was like maybe the last couple of weeks of school, after he pulled me out, there was one girl, she was my friend. And this is one of the people I was talking about earlier, who sides with the people who are stronger because they're weak. She pretended to be my friend. The moment that I got on the bully radar and all that extra stuff, she started to bully me too. Okay, but she was my friend. So I felt extra betrayed by her. Because I was just like, me and you, supposed to be cool, supposed to be friends, but you over here trying to fight me, making up rumors about me, pretending like I was doing something to you, just because you don't want to be on a mean girl's bad side. After she tried to call herself trying to get into me, and mind you, people might have thrown pencils and shit at me, but Koi was never touched. No kid ever put their hands on me because that would have been my limit. You could say whatever you want. You could flip your gums, okay? I might not be able to see who threw that pencil at me. But funny enough, y'all knew not to put your hands on me. Y'all are smart, okay? You knew not to put your hands on me because I was going to wipe the floor with your ass. And they knew that. So no hands was ever placed on Koi. Just know that, okay? Because the moment that you would have put your hands on me, you would have been feeling the hand of Jesus. Okay? Okay? So, Koi was never touched physically, okay? But with her, she got in my face and all this extra stuff, right? And so I felt some type of way about that. So I think it was like the last day of school. It was like the last day of school. I was coming out the house. I was pissed at her specifically because she was forcing it. Like, it wasn't nothing to just, be talking stuff about me with the other girls. She was getting in my face. She was trying to like entice me. Like she was really taking it there because the mean girls were like, go ahead, fight her. Like all this stuff. She was a fucking pick me, right? So because of that, I felt extra betrayed by her. So literally, like the last day of school, I came to school and I was wearing like a regular t-shirt. I was in some joggers. I was in some tennis shoes. I was gonna beat her ass. I didn't care. I did not care. When I say I didn't care, I did not care. I didn't care about nothing about my teacher was talking about, none of that. I didn't care about none of that. I was going to beat her ass. Because I was like, girl, you were supposed to be my friend. You was acting a fool up in here. I'm going to show you that you have sided with the wrong side. I'm going to let you know you should have stuck beside me. You should have stuck beside me. But you chose the wrong side. So now I'm going to have to make an example out of you, right? My aura was so... My aura was so crazy, y'all, that when I got on the bus, my bus driver was like, she like cocked her head and was like, girl? She was like, girl, who asked you about to beat? She was like, what's going on? What's going on? I didn't say a word. I didn't get on the bus aggressive, none of that. I just got on the bus. But she looked me up and down. She said, girl, you got your t-shirt on, your jogger, you got some tennis shoes on? What you about to beat? And I didn't say anything. I was just like, That girl, her name was Amari. She avoided me all day. When I say I didn't see her, I didn't even hear a whisper of her. I didn't see her all day. I knew she was there. But somehow, some way, she escaped me. Somehow, some way, until the very end of the day. When I was about to get on my bus, I was stepping my foot on the bus. She comes up. Make sure that I couldn't see her. She comes up from behind. And I look at her And I'm serious as fuck. And she was like, Sequoia, I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I didn't want to, be like that. I'm so sorry. Da, da. And I straight up told her, y'all, gangster. I straight up told her. I said, you knew I was going to beat your ass, didn't you? She was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know what? It's the end of the day. I'm going home now. You're not even worth my time. But I was just like, but pull that shit again, and I'm going to fuck your ass up. Nobody will be able to keep you from me. You do know that, right? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay. All right, I'll let it slide. I'm going to bust on the left. Like, I've never had somebody actively avoid me like that before. That was interesting. But that's the type of kid that I've always been. That's the type of person I've always been. No. I grew up with a bullying brother. He used to try to always beat up on his little sister, so I had to protect myself in my house. All types of shit. No. So that's why, because I know that people will take advantage of you, people will hurt you, people will do things to you when you allow them to. If you let it slide once, they're not going to stop. And if you show that you're weak the first time, they're going to try it again. And that doesn't mean like necessarily they'll always physically attack you. That could be in your job. Somebody think they can steal your work, take credit for your achievements, try to try you in an office. And the type of thing that I am in my professional settings, I'm the type of person in my professional settings, I don't need an audience. I never need an audience, ever. Because you know what I told you, and I know what I told you. So that's all who needs to know. So I'm the type of person where if you try to call yourself embarrassing me or acting a fool with me, I'm not going to snap off on you in the job. I'm going to wait until we're alone. I'm going to pull you to the side and I'm going to let you know exactly what I mean. So there's no miscommunication. There's no misunderstanding. You completely understand what I'm telling you. And I don't need anybody to be around. Not a single soul. Just me, you, and God. Because I want you to hear me. I want you to comprehend what I'm telling you. You gave her a pass? Yeah, I did. She didn't try me again, I'll tell you that much. I had to do that with a coworker. I will pull you to the side. So you know that I'm serious. I'm not playing with you. And I will straight up tell you. I've had to do this with multiple coworkers. I will straight up tell you. I will let this slide this time. But I want you to have understanding. Because clearly you did this because you thought you could try me. So I want you to understand where we are now. You pull this again, I won't be as nice. I assure you. This what you're getting right now, this is a courtesy. This is my mother. Okay? Oh, I'm reconnected. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? I'm reconnected. Okay. This is my mother that you're getting right now. The kind, spirited, calm. This is what you're getting right now. Okay? You're getting a conversation. You're getting communication. The next time, if this happens again, you're going to be meeting my father. You don't want to meet him. Okay? Actually, I'll say my grandmother. Fuck my dad. My grandmother. Because that's where my dad learned the aggression from. You'll be meeting my grandmother. Okay? And this is in my professional setting. Now, so this is in my professional setting, my job, my adult age now. I've had to pull supervisors over in meetings, private meetings. Set up meetings. Y'all, I'll send you a Teams. Send you a meeting. I'm not playing with you. Please know, the next time you pull this, you're not going to like the result. I haven't had an issue since. I don't know. I guess the warning ahead of time has their brains working. But I've had to pull supervisors, people who are older than me, pull them to the side. I'm not playing with you. You're not going to like the result next time. I assure you. I'm giving you a chance now. I'm not going to like the result. You're not going to like the result next time. I promise you. Okay? Okay? So that's what it is. And I don't give a damn what your title is. You're not gonna bully me. You're not gonna talk to me any kind of way. None of that. And I don't need to snap on you. That's the thing. I don't need to snap on you to get my point across, but I will. I will. You think that you're embarrassing me, you're calling yourself embarrassing me. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what it's like to truly be embarrassed. Yeah, they always disappear before I even get to read them. The moderators are fast. they're quick. My moderators, well, I have 3 of them, but 2 of them are my best friends, so that's the reason why they're like on it. And then I have another moderator, but she hasn't been in this live or the last one, so maybe I'll see her in the next one. But yeah, don't let people do that. They will walk all over you. They will walk all over you. Be clear. Understand my tone. I'm gonna put a lot of diction in my fucking voice. Okay? I'm gonna have a nice, clear tone so you fully understand. And after I have that conversation, somehow, some way, it just doesn't happen again. It doesn't occur again. It doesn't occur again. Doesn't occur again. Especially not in the same way. I'll tell you that. I've had people who freaking hate me want to be my friend. Huh? You're weird. Love them girly pops. They're the best. But yes, guys, I feel like I've talked your ears off long enough. Zirkin, this happened, last year, the year before? Have been in the corporate setting in a while. But I'll get back into it one day. But I talked your ears off long enough. I will catch y'all in the next live. For all my newbies there, I am usually here on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. If I'm not here on Wednesday at 6 p.m., I will make a post if I'm coming in earlier or later. If I'm not here at 6 p.m., usually I will be there on Friday at 7 p.m. every week. Okay. Also to spearhead, if I post a video, so like a video on YouTube, check my short, check my YouTube videos, then I will not post, I won't come live. I won't go live usually. If I have a video go up, I won't go live. So sometimes maybe I will one day in the future, but I usually won't go live. So yeah, I'll see you guys either next week Wednesday or next week Friday, but I will not change from the Wednesday at 6 p.m. schedule unless I make a post. I will always notify y'all ahead of time unless I accidentally forget, but I can't because I set alarms. If I cannot make it on that Wednesday at 6 p.m., just to check my channel, go on the channel, check the post, make sure that y'all see if my schedule has changed some way, somehow. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.